Okay, so this last technique is probably going to be the most important one. It's understanding how to kip by yourself so you can build a muscle memory, so that the more you do it on your own and the more you have an understanding of how to build your kipping escape, it's going to be a lot easier to do it under stress when somebody's on top of you. Let's understand what the goal is with a kip escape. Camille is going to be flat on the mat. Now, if Camille was looking to kip escape, the most important thing is having a rounded spine. So she's going to round her spine like a rocking chair. This makes her very, very mobile. She can move side to side, up and down like a rocking chair. And with this kind of movement, she'll be able to displace my body weight over time and ultimately get her knees and elbows connected. When the knees and elbows are connected, now you're in a position to have inside position, assuming that once these two things connect, from here, your opponent should be overhead. There should be, like I said, inside position, and you should be able to go on the attack. The issue when people kip is as they start to kip, they start to lose their concave spine and they start to flatten themselves out. Doesn't matter how hard you push or move somebody. Now it's going to become bench pressing weight because you're not using dynamic movement of a concave spine. From here, if I push down on Camille's upper body and she goes to kip, not much movement is happening. When Camille has a rounded spine, everything is concave, knees together, foot over foot, and she goes to kip now, as you can see, she starts to move and she starts to almost move down the mat. And that kind of movement will displace any kind of body weight. Again, it's all about nice pulsing movements over time to get into a situation where you bring your elbows in line with your knees, and at this point your opponent is overhead, and from here you're in a much better position to get inside position. Do not start to kip and then start taking your chin away from your chest and then start flattening yourself out. Now you definitely are not going to get the kip escape, and you definitely don't want to be in a situation to kip again. Kipping is very difficult on the core, so when we do this kip escape, we want it to be nice and successful. We don't want to kip and then stop and then kip again. There's only so much we can do this. So again, rounded spine, chin to chest. You're much more mobile and able to displace body weight. The further your chin comes away from your chest and your back hits the mat, when Camille goes to kip now, she stays in place, nothing's happening, and this is exhausting. When Camille brings her knees behind the tailbone, imaginary tailbone, technically knees to chest, chin to chest, rounded spine, and she goes to kip, bringing her heels to her butt, and then coming back 90 degrees. Keep going, kid. As you can see, she's getting more movement going down the mat, and over time, she'll be able to get the overhead kip escape or any kip escape, depending on what she's doing, whether it be penduluming, back and forth, or the knees to chest method. Now, I'm gonna show two variations. I'm gonna pin Camille down as she tries to kip, or I'm gonna just allow Camille to be flat while she does everything else, and she's gonna try to kip me that way. And then the second method, she's gonna have a rounded spine, and she's gonna look to kip me off. So, we're here like so. Camille has inside position. She's not going to round out her spine, but she is going to bring her knees to her chest, and she's going to be foot over foot. When Camille goes to kip me, nothing's happening. And even worse, Camille starts to push on my hips. Keep pushing, Kim? Like you're trying to lift me? Horrible. Horrible. It's like she's bench pressing me. This is no good. Contrast that with the same thing, but Camille's going to round out her spine. Knees to chest cam, knees together, foot over foot. When Camille goes to kip, she can always bring the overhead and into an ashigarami. So probably the most important thing is getting inside position of your head so your spine isn't elongated, round out your spine, and from here, do not give up a concave spine. Very important. Once you flatten yourself out, you're just going to ruin your kip escape, and you're going to waste so much energy, and it's going to turn into a bench press. We're not bench pressing weight, we're displacing weight. Displacing weight overhead or displacing weight onto one knee, ultimately escaping, and then getting inside position to go on an offensive cycle.